Welcome, welcome. If you're new to our channel, hello, welcome. We're the Sammie Nicole and FeeFee show here on YouTube. We are a dynamic mother-daughter duo. On our channel, we love discussing all things love, life, relationships, pop culture as well, from both the millennial perspective, myself, Sammie Nicole, and the Gen X perspective, my oh so beautiful mother, FeeFee. I'm just getting over a cold, so please excuse my voice. But if you're new to our channel, you like our content, you like what we stand for, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We do have a meetup plan for the end of June. So if you're interested in hanging out with us and meeting us in person, please send us an email and we'll send you the information how to meet up with us. Make sure you're following us on all social media platforms. Please make sure you hit the like button as you're coming in. I'll get our disclaimers and then we can go ahead and get into the show. First things first, everything we say is allegedly. Everything we're going to be saying is allegedly. Even our names are allegedly, because why? We don't know these people. Also, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Again, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And again, everything we say is allegedly, because why? We don't know these people. All right, with that being said, hello.
Hey y'all.
Can you turn the air on? While you looking up lipstick? Child.
Woo, y'all, she been sick. She been hell.
My job is it's just never over.
Woo, y'all, she been hell.
It's just never over, y'all. I'm dealing with attention that ain't even gonna go there. She can't.
Okay, the air. Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Hey y'all, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all having a great weekend. Like I said, I'm getting over being sick, so please bear with my voice. But yeah, y'all, we gotta come to y'all tonight. With a pop-up show. We gotta talk about what's going on with Nesto. Of course, everybody's talking about Diddy, so we said, hell, why not talk about it? And then also, we got to talk about this Smokie Robinson. We got to talk about this Smokie Robinson because I don't know what's going on with that. But with that being said, you want to go ahead and get us started?
All right. So let's talk about. Hey y'all. Hey. Oh, our numbers jumped.
Please hit the like button.
Let's talk about Nesto or Nesto Williams. The good luck little sprinkle he had last week. Just a little sprinkle of good news for him. So the CP charges have been dropped. So he no longer have the CP charges on him. So they're saying, everybody's saying that's a win. A win is a win. We'll take it. A win is a win. So now he got the SA and the RICO. So it ain't like they're gonna open up the doors tomorrow and say you can go home and stuff. So that was a win. A win was a win. He said he ain't talking about nothing else with Lil Mama. Lil Mama on the road in her starter kit RV. She got a little starter kit RV from Mateo Toys.
Hey, call me darling.
She got her little starter RV. And Nesto said, okay, you got your little starter kit. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. He trying to tell her what she need to do with the starter kit, her little starter RV, how she need to get back on, get on the road, everything she need to do with it, and he pumping her up. She said she ain't in the apartment no more. She let somebody take over, aka she let Sydney have her apartment back. She sent the baby back, and I think out of all of that, that's the most saddest part. Is that Measure. She took Measure back, y'all, to her mama. So now Sonya on the road with her little sick behind. She's so weak she can barely drive the starter kit RV, right? She can barely get from point A to point B. So she just going by everybody's house that she know, parking in the driveway, chilling there, then going on to the next driveway. She had packed up all her stuff, went down to the Walmart, bought her 7 outfits for the week. Stop and get her a little food. So this old ass woman is on an RV adventure at 60 by herself, which is dangerous, and she's sickly. So now she's going to a holistic doctor. Now she's trying to pick up on her exercises. Now she want to get herself together because she want to ride around in this RV by herself at 60. So Nesto say, you know, you too old to be trying to do everything yourself. You can take that RV somewhere and get it cleaned up. You too old. You need to chill. You already ain't got no energy to drive it from point A to point B. So you really need to chill out. And hell no, I don't need for you to come pick me up.
My darling said, and she can't wash her ass.
Exactly. Where's she going? Because she ain't got no water in there. She gotta get the water to fill it up. It's just a mess. Who wanna be doing that at 60? By themselves. She talking about she got her little weapon. Her son gave her a little weapon.
It's kind of like a machete.
To take with her to protect herself. But she 90 pounds and 14. Somebody can yank her up in one snatch. And it's over with for her. So she on the road. So she trying to impress Nesto. Nesto ain't impressed because he said that's a starter RV. He would have never. Nesto said he would have never got an RV like that. Never. You could have just got you a minivan. He said you could have just got you a minivan. But she want to impress him. She's so happy. She on the road. Took her 14 hours to do a 10-hour ride because she gets so weak. She got to stop. She got to eat. She taking her vitamins. Now she want to do right. They say it's almost over. So they went on to call Dion. Call the daughter. The daughter, he talked to his daughter. She get a paintball. Oh yeah. Paintball gun. Yeah, she said she gonna get one of them. Yeah. She said she gonna get one of them. And then I heard somebody say that wasp spray is good too. It's better than pepper spray. So she might want to get her some of that too.
Okay.
So yeah, she gonna get all her weapons together, everything that she need while she on the road, while she's sleeping in her van. So she has shut down all her living to sleep in this van. And then the dumb girl turned around and say it's about the same cost as it was for me in the apartment. So what's the benefit of it?
Well, she said that she owns it. She'll eventually own it. Whereas when you live in an apartment, you don't own it.
Okay, I got
you. And she said that's wasting money.
So she on the road, y'all. Sonya on the road. Now we don't know if she buying it or if she leasing it.
Hey, Big Cat.
Hey, Big Cat. She don't know if she buying it or leasing it, y'all. What y'all think? Is she buying it or leasing it?
I think she's leasing to own or something like that.
Okay. But she on the road, and Nesto ain't impressed about it because he make it seem like that's cheap. I would have got the big boy, everything included. She said, I don't have a washer and dryer. He said, they come with washer and dryers. And he was like, I would have got one with a washer and dryer. He minimizes everything that she does. Like, how a ninja locked up gonna minimize everything somebody do that's in the free world? How you gonna minimize what that girl do when you locked up in there with them nasty little men? He told her, you got your little starter kit. Enjoy. Like he's so happy for her. He not happy for her. Nesto is not happy for Sonya. She said, you want me to come back and pick you up? He said, no.
He's tired of her.
He said, no. He said, hell no, you ain't got to come pick me up. I'm good. And he won't be able to run around with her no way. She would have to get another apartment. He won't be able to go with her no way. Now, who said he getting out? He say it's about to be over pretty soon, y'all. He say it's about to be over. What's about to be over? Y'all tell me, did I miss something? He still got the Rico, right? See, Nesto is okay. Yeah, about that bomb life. Yes, she's trying to convince him to live a simple life. Yeah, with her. And Nesto say, hell no, ma'am. Nesto about living Shirley's life. How he was living with Shirley.
Luxury.
Luxury.
He said, I like luxury. So that's not going to work for him.
Hell no. He would never stay in that little camper. That little fun-sized camper for a fun-sized lady. That's exactly what it is. It's a little fun-sized camper for a little fun-sized lady.
I just think she's bored and restless, and she just needs something to do. Like she tells Nesto, 2 years have flown by like that. You know, I came up here to help you, and I just been sitting around doing nothing.
Looking at the four walls.
So she feel like she's missed out on life. And in a lot of ways she has. And so now she's just like, screw it. I'm going to get this camper. I don't know when he's going to get out. And like she told him, I can help you virtually. I can FaceTime Hoover and talk about your case. If I need to do something for you, I can do it over the phone, or, you know, I can go to my local library or have a friend do it on my behalf. I don't need to physically be there for you, you know? And then now we do video chats. So I don't necessarily need to physically go down to the jail to visit you because we do video calls. And so she felt like 2 years have gone by like that, and time does fly. That's the one thing you can't get back in this life is your time. And she just feels like, what am I waiting for? Life is passing me by. I'm waiting on this man. I don't know when he gonna get out. Even when he do get out, it's not a guarantee we're gonna be together, because I know he's used to a certain lifestyle and I can't supply that for him. And then I'm taking care of these babies. I'm taking care of Measure. I'm helping to take care of her brother. It's a lot on me. I'm running behind these kids. And I just want to do something for me. I'm bored. I don't feel like I have any purpose. I don't feel like I'm really living life on my own terms. And she's just restless. She's just restless. And she making irrational decisions. She already not stable and not in the best state mentally. And so I just think with her getting this RV, it's just her just doing something just to do it. And I think she'll be back in the apartment soon.
You don't think she's gonna stay on the road?
No. Y'all hit the like button. Yes, thank you. I don't think she's staying on that road.
Hey, Queen Lily.
Hey, Queen. I don't see her staying on the road long. I just don't.
Call me, darling.
I just don't. Yes, she's all over the place. Call me, darling. She's just looking for something to do, something to keep her occupied, something to keep her busy. And she's already an impulsive person. And so with her being bored and not feeling like she has any purpose, like she's doing something meaningful, it makes her spiral. And she's just doing things just to do it. I don't think she'll be on the road for long. And I'm not saying you can't have a desire to want to, you know, live the RV life. I know people who live RV life. I mean, we see people on social media who live in their cars. I even follow this guy who quit his jobs, sold all his belongings, and yeah, I'm still getting over a cold, Queen Lily. But I know this guy on social media, and he sold all of his belongings, quit his job, and he bought a sailboat, and now he just sails across the world on his sailboat. So it's nothing wrong with wanting to do that. But I think that you have to kind of keep in mind like the logistics of how you're going to do things, and make sure that you have your ducks in a row as much as possible. And I think that because she's so impulsive and so restless, I don't think she thought that all the way through, which is why she got that cheap ass RV.
Yeah, she just went and got that RV because number one, because she thought it was going to impress him. And he hurried up and let her know, no, ma'am, I would have never gotten something so basic. Yeah. Surely money would have gotten me the top of the line. And all the allegedly all the scheming and scamming I was doing.
The other hoes would have got it for him too.
The other hoes would have got it for me too. I would have never gotten that. Okay, that's pretty much what he told her. And now I don't want you to come pick me up in that shit.
No, thank you. Because
No,
I like luxury.
I like luxury. No,
Thank
you can't
you.
come pick me up. I have somebody else come scoop me up.
Right.
If there was any possibility,
because he has standards.
But we know that with that Rico still on him, he ain't getting out no time soon.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She should have thought about the logistics of everything. You know, I think she was just so impulsive. She just bought what she could get.
Yeah.
And just like, I just need to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think too, you know, with her being sickly and she's a woman, not trying to be sexist, but it's a lot going on out here in the world. And I just think that I don't think she thought that all the way through.
She did.
And why couldn't Tomas go with her?
And did y'all hear Tomas in the background talking? Didn't Tomas kind of sound I think he said something like, "You like it?"
How you sound?
Kind of
Who?
He sound kind of.
What's that? What's that mean?
He sound kind of soft. Tomas sound kind of soft. He sounds a little feminine.
I ain't touching that. All right.
Hey, no. Did y'all hear him in that video chat when she said Tomas is here to pick me up? And I think he said, do you like it? Did y'all hear him in the background?
And for sure that was Tomas.
Thank you, Queen. Yeah. Call me, darling. Did you hear that?
I ain't gonna touch that. I ain't hear that part.
Well, anyway,
let's move on.
She running around and somebody saying the Scooby-Doo van. She running around in the Scooby, pulling up in her friends' parking lots and driveways, bothering them. Gonna sit there and stay with them and suck up their electricity and their water while she on the road. Yeah. That lady is something special. That lady is something special.
Call Me Darling said, yep, but I wasn't sure it was him.
Yeah, that was him. And why would you get that baby attached to you and then get that baby back when you know you're impulsive and you know you don't stick to nothing? You should have left that baby where she was, left that baby alone. Now that baby got to regroup and readapt to a new environment. She was used to being with you. She's been with you since she was 6 weeks.
Yeah, she called her mama.
Just terrible. It's just terrible, y'all. But we know Nesto. So what y'all think about the CP being dropped? Y'all think that's a win? Y'all think that's gonna get him closer to getting out? I don't think it's a win. I don't think it's getting closer to getting out. I think the bond will that's just lowered the bond. I think he still got the RICO. He still got the essay. Let's see, I think the pressure from Nesto was getting yeah. Well, yeah. Put the baby back. Yes, an abusive situation. That was crazy to me.
Yeah, because measure mama not stable, and it don't sound like her daddy is either.
So now the baby has gone back, y'all. So it's just crazy. And I don't think Nesto not getting out, but he seemed to think that this is all gonna be over with, and we ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. And Sonya say it's still bad. We still out here talking about her, bitch. We ain't studied you. You give us something to talk about. We ain't thinking about you like that.
How long y'all give her in that RV? Let's just cut the bullshit.
I think the baby's mom has probably had to do parenting classes. Oh,
I hope so. Truth is in me. I hope so. Because I'm worried. So. That's who I'm really worried about. To hell with her.
Yeah, I'm worried about the baby going back. Okay.
So hopefully her mom is in a better place.
When she said that, and I gave the baby back, I took the baby back, and my heart dropped. I was like, oh, no, she didn't take the baby back. No, little precious baby girl. But so We're gonna keep measuring our prayers, y'all.
Yeah.
We
You
really
get me
is.
said by the 4th of July. How long y'all think she gonna be in the RV? Let's just keep it real. Let's cut the BS.
She say she be so weak.
I give it by July 2.
How many times do y'all think she can make 10, 14-hour trips? She said, I'll be so weak. You know, you got to be weak if you cannot steer a vehicle. And I know that RV probably has some weight and pull to it, but you got to be some type of weak. You really do. So she thinks that she's taking all these vitamins and she going to the gym. And you know, she making her smoothie. She went down there to Walmart to get her Ninja blender so she can make her smoothies. You know, so she can get her iron up. What she trying to do is build her iron, I guess, and her protein, you know, and get her body fat up, you know, and build muscle that builds energy, you know. She trying to do all that. But how the hell you gonna do all that and you not stationed nowhere? You on the continually go. You're going. And how long do you think people gonna let you pull up in their driveway? After a while, that's gonna be old.
That's gonna get old.
Once you make that one cycle to everybody, you think you just gonna keep coming back?
You can't go back to my damn house. Running up my utilities.
Yeah.
No.
It's just at 60. At 60, this is what she has decided for herself. Why did she just go back to Florida and get her little condo down there, Boca Raton, where the Caucasians retire at? She could have went down to Boca Raton and got her a nice little condo and retired on the beach.
I mean, she could have went back to the people at where she was she ran the back office at the strip club.
She could have went back there.
That was the strip club she was at, y'all, down in Miami. She said she ran the back office. She wasn't a stripper. She handled the back office. She was like the manager. She was in a managerial position. She corrected us on that. She could go back to the strip club in Miami.
Yep. And she did say she's traveling monthly and seasonal. So she gonna sit down, I guess, and rest for a little bit in them back folks back in them people yard. She said she had to go back. She said she had to.
But how long are people gonna be okay with you sitting in their backyard camping? And then we also have to keep in mind that how do you know these people don't have an HOA?
Yeah, that's true.
So that could potentially be an issue. So that's not realistic.
But
I don't think she's gonna be in that RV long, y'all. I'm not buying it.
So this is what she doing. This is what she doing. She on the road. Sickly, elderly.
And it's not safe in her position.
Sickly senior citizen by herself on the road. Why? And who want to drive like that?
And then the maintenance, Nesto was trying to tell her. But even when Nesto tried to tell her about stuff, she's still like, I know. No, it's not that. No, it's not that. And I find that funny because she always talks about how as Black women, you know, we don't know how to be submissive. We don't know how to let the man be the man and let the man, you know, voice his opinion and not cut him off and not diminish what he has to say. But she literally does the same exact thing to Ernesto that she complains we do as Black women.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he is a lot of things, but he do know about them RVs, okay? I feel like that's a fair statement for me to make. Nesto know about them RVs, okay? Okay, he was up and down the road with them girls in them RVs. So he trying to tell her about the maintenance and how to handle things, and she cutting him off every minute. He can't get a damn word in edgewise because the heifer won't listen. If anybody know about them RVs, it's Nesto. Listen. Let R. Kelly Jr. tell you about what's going on with the RV. Listen, Linda, listen.
Nesto know about them RVs though. And he know he wouldn't have got that one. He said that's a damn starter kit. He said, you got your little starter kit.
He know.
Nesto say you got your little starter kit. Nesto say he would have never got an RV like that.
And he know all the right scams to do to get a top of the line RV because he like what? Luxury. Okay? He like luxury.
He wouldn't have never did that. All that scamming he had going on out here, he would have had the top of the line.
She don't listen.
She don't listen. She don't listen.
You can't tell her nothing.
You can't tell her nothing.
And I feel like she's one of those type of people that's had to, part of the reason why she's had to go through so much trauma and so much trial and tribulation is because she's hard-headed. She don't listen. You can't tell her nothing.
Nothing.
Let me see. You get me? Said Nesto wouldn't have even stolen that RV. No. No. He would have scammed these hoes out here and got the top of the line RV. Yes, you get me. He would have scammed these hoes out here in Atlanta and got the top of the line RV. That's that little boy-ish. That's that little boy-ish. He would have scammed them hoes and got the top of the line. Correct. You don't fuck with that soup, that foo-foo stuff that Sonya on. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to scam, you need to get the top of the line. And that's one thing we can say about Nesto. He had the top of the line. Scamming all these hoes, eating off of them. She don't know how to do it. Because she don't listen. She don't listen.
Oh,
that's a damn problem. Your ass don't listen. Can't nobody tell your ass.
When he got that little bit ass RV.
Hey, Miss Red. Looking stupid.
That little bit ass. That's so sick.
And then go say, well, I'm going to just put $50 worth of gas every other day because it's too much to pull it up. And I'm missing this part, so I'm going to just put a little here and put a little there because I'm not spending all that money. If your ass would have did like Nesto and got with the scamming, you could have got the top.
She went and got that damn RV. Nesto said, oh, you got your little starter kit.
She don't listen.
He wouldn't have never. And then she told me, I asked Nesto, you want me to come pick you up? Nesto said, no.
No, he don't want to.
I would never be seen in that.
That dump truck. He don't want to be picked up in that. She should have planned better and got her a better quality RV.
So you think she pulled her big one when she got that RV?
And that's a rule. That's a general rule of thumb I live by in life. If you're traveling or you know you're gonna be on the road, anything like that, ladies and gentlemen, especially women, don't be cheap with yourself. You traveling on the road like that, you need to be comfortable. You need to feel safe, and you need to get something that doesn't require you doing a lot of maintenance, especially if you don't know how to do the maintenance yourself.
Hey, Miss Red.
And Sonya was being cheap. And now it's different things that she needs to fix on the RV, different maintenance, upkeep, and she's having to do it herself, and she's not going to be able to continuously do that over a long stretch of time. She's just not.
And she was so excited to tell him she got it.
And it don't sound like she had no money for it either. She was telling him about some part that she needed to replace.
And he was like,
he was like, you can just go to like Walmart or somewhere, go to the RV store and get a temporary part for like $30, $40. She didn't even know that because she don't listen.
Oh, man. Yeah, I see the photos.
Of the Winnebago, I want to see it. No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet, but we can imagine, honey. Look.
When you traveling, don't be cheap when it comes to hotels, Uber, any type of transportation. Don't be cheap like that, especially if you're a woman and you traveling by yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Right. She was. That's yes, call me, darling. That's why she was interested. Yes.
Yeah.
Because him and her had talked about it. Yes.
Yes, y'all, please hit the like button. Double tap the screen and hit the like button.
So yeah, y'all, that's what's going on with Nesto, and they still texting. Nesto said he don't want to talk about it, and she's still sending the money. Dion, y'all think Dion sent the money to who he said he gonna send the money to? Was that Lamont? Y'all think Dion sent the money to that person to put on his daddy books?
No, he kept the money to go towards his t-shirt line so he can make his clothes.
Let's talk about that. He said
Dion
said, I'm just sitting here making some clothes. That's what said. You on that again? He said, what you say? What Nesto say? He made a little smart comment. Because Nesto would never. He would never press. He would never make t-shirts and clothes. Nesto, leave Dion alone. He out here trying to make an honest living.
And speaking of t-shirts, we have our everything we say allegedly t-shirts. If you're interested, down in the description box.
And our highest membership, I think you get one half off if you purchase one. If you have the highest membership, you get half off our merch.
Yes, and also another shameless plug. If y'all want to hang out with us at the end of June, we are doing a meetup. All right, we are taking a candle making class. We'll have light refreshments and some drinks, a little drinky drink. It won't be no full course meal. Okay, so don't show up.
It's gonna be bites.
We're
gonna have bites
because we want to keep our back small and demure.
So hopefully you all, nobody has any allergic allergies.
It'll be alkaline food. Yeah,
you're gonna do alkaline menu.
It'll be an alkaline menu.
Okay, Bossy.
Yeah, alkaline. Yeah,
okay.
That's what Sonia's trying to do. So it'll be what Sonia's trying to do. So you'll get exposure to that. That diet. But no, if you guys want to hang out with us seriously at the end of June, email us at Sammie Nicole and FeeFee at gmail.com. We'll send you the details.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I hope everybody can come. Also, I think somebody asked me about hotel arrangements in the area. I'm gonna put a list together and I'll put it on our community tab. Different hotels that are in the area. There's several hotels that are in the area. I think somebody said they're gonna fly in for the weekend and make it like a little weekend getaway. So I will post the hotels in the community tab.
Yeah, we'll show you around Atlanta. So
yeah,
so you want to stay. So yeah, so y'all let us know if you're interested. Just email us.
But I'm looking forward to
so we can get an accurate head count of who actually is going to come.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we got that out the way, again, we do have our everything we say is allegedly t-shirts. The link is in the bio if you're interested to purchase. Dion, it seemed like he's very, very serious about making clothes. I know in the previous calls, Nesto said if you put God on the t-shirt, you in there.
Everybody gonna buy it.
Everybody gonna buy
it. You got some clothes and you putting something on and put God on it.
Put God on it.
And everybody buy it.
Everybody gonna buy it.
Per Nesto.
So what do y'all think about the clothing line? What do you think about Dion making clothes?
I'm happy that Dion is making an honest living and he ain't out here scamming people like his daddy did allegedly. I'm happy for Dion. He making it work by any means necessary. He know that he got to make an honest living and he don't want to be, he has seen the path and the life that his daddy has lived. Dion say the hell if I'm gonna be in and out of jail and prison all my damn life. I'm about to go over here and get me a print and press machine and order me some t-shirts off of AliExpress. And I'm about to stamp some type of saying on them, and I'm about to sell them. So I won't end up like my daddy in and out of prison. I am not. Dion say I am not my daddy. Dion say I am not my daddy. And Nesto been locked up in and out of prison, and he's shining him. He's sniggling about his son making an honest living.
Let's talk about that.
How you gonna shame your child for making an honest living? I don't care if he was out here sweeping the streets. It's still better than him on any bad day. On any bad day.
Carmi Darwin said, I don't blame him if he knows what he's doing. He can make a bag from his t-shirt.
Yes. Yeah. That's beneath him. Can y'all imagine how F in the head you got to be to shun your child for making an honest living, and you locked up, and you a felon? Your whole life is scamming and being a criminal. But your son say, "What you doing, Daddy?" I'm working on these t-shirts.
How you do it?
Like, nigga, please, you doing what? You stupid as hell. Why you doing t-shirts when you could be out here running amok like I was?
Scamming these hoes.
Scamming these hoes. What are you doing? Dion say, I am not my father. What better person to learn from experiences than your parents? What not to do?
He want Dion to be a pimp.
He want Dion to be a pimp and out here running amok like he was and getting to you can do this, man. You can do that. You need to go over here and do this.
People.
Scamming people. And Dion say, hell to the no. I like my freedom, Daddy. I've been in some situations. I'm trying to get out of one. Why in the hell would I go put myself in a bad situation and end up with you and be down in the next cell from you? That's stupid as hell. If I can buy a $5 t-shirt and flip it and make a $15 profit, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You just put God did it.
God did it on the front of it. And people are bad.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
So
yeah.
Shout out to Dion. He got the car wash. He can cut hair.
Yep.
And now he making clothes.
Now he making clothes.
A serial entrepreneur.
And probably selling them out the trunk of his car. Yep.
Yeah.
And his dad is jealous.
Queen Lily's on some whoop. There it is. Queen, you a mess.
And his dad is jealous because he's free and he locked up. Instead of encouraging him, I'll be like, man, that's a good idea. That's right, son. Make an honest living. Don't be like me scamming hoes all your life.
Right. Right.
He laughing at him. Dion say, what you say? I heard you. I would have said, Daddy, at least I'm free.
Clock that tea.
At least I'm free. Your ass been there in there locked up with no means of getting out. It don't look like the end coming.
Clock that tea.
Irregardless of what you say, don't look like the end coming no time soon.
Hit the like button, y'all. Double tap the screen and
Yo,
like.
man, please. Nesto is something else.
Yeah.
Nesto, in his mind, Nesto think that he is elite. We see him here. But he see himself up here.
Big dog.
He big dog.
Big dog. Triple OG, double OG.
And every chance he get, he reminds everybody that he talks to on them calls.
Yeah.
I'm still big dog elite. Even though I'm locked up here in here smelling like shit from head to toe, I'm still big dog.
Big dog. I just had to give y'all a visual.
I say, we still think he big dog, y'all. I say, every time I hear him talk, I say, this man think he's special.
And for those of you all, before his IG was made private, that was his tag on IG.
Big dog.
Big dog, triple OG Nesto. I don't know how many, for those of us who were in the archives and really being nosy, when his IG was still public, after when he would post a picture, he would say, Big dog, triple OG Nesto, big Nesto. That was his tag, OG. So, you know, big dog. Call me Jonathan more like a dumb dog.
Yeah. And he still thinks that we're just in here, trying to make it. Gotta know was sick because everybody in there was sick. And he was like, he was trying to make it. And, but I'm still big dog, though. I I would never sell t-shirts, and I would never buy an RV.
And I would never wash cars.
And I would never wash cars.
Ain't no money in that.
Ain't no money in that. Well, last time I went and got my truck washed, the cheapest car wash was $42.
Mm-hmm.
The cheapest one was $42.
Watch that Lexus truck.
The cheapest hand car wash is $42. I get the one for $51 because I like my tires to be this shiny.
You like that wet on your
I like that wet on my tires. So you can't tell me it ain't no money in washing cars. You cannot tell me that.
Very lucrative.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah, he in there. He in that bed. And they say, well, he said after a while we ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. I don't know what they keep talking about.
Yes, we will.
I don't know what they keep talking about.
Yes, we will.
Because he still got the Rico. He still got a long way to go. I know a win is a win. But he still got some more stuff to deal with. A win is a win. Okay? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on with Nesto and Sonya and Dion, and you know.
He's sick. She rambling on.
He about tired. He tired of her ass. He told her don't come pick him up. She ain't say nothing. She ain't say nothing. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Smokie.
Smokey Robinson.
I'm so Smokie.
I love it when we're cruising together.
Cruising is made for love. With his nasty self.
A green-eyed monster.
What the hell going on with Smokie, y'all? Why Smokie around there touching them women? The housekeepers? And they say Smokie was licking it and sticking it. They say Smokie was putting it down. He wasn't rubbing it and patting it. They say Smokie was licking it and sticking it.
Like he was 32.
Like he was 32. Say Smokie got more game out here than these young boys.
The YNs can't do it like Smokie. They say Smokie was hitting them women down with that young boy action like he still got a strong back. Call Me Dollar said the visual alone got me gagging. Well, close your ears for this, Call Me Dollar. Allegedly, according to court documents, everything we say is allegedly. When Smokie would assault his alleged victims, he would kiss them in the mouth, kiss them on their neck, kiss them on their breasts. Then he would perform cunnilingus on them. After he would get done performing cunnilingus on them, allegedly, he would then penetrate them.
Yes, queen. Yes.
Everything they said he did it.
He did it.
He did it. Everything they said Smokie did, he did it. And I personally believe that Smokie has been doing this since 1952. That's my personal opinion.
He did it.
He did it. He's been doing this shit since 1952, and it's disgusting and it's horrible. He did it. And then last year,
Smokie did it.
And then last year, he came out with an album called Gasm.
What?
Gasm. And it's 6 songs.
Oh, Lord. He just a nasty old man.
Let me Google that. The songs. I want y'all to hear the songs to his album.
Nasty.
He nasty.
Smokie nasty.
Smokie is a legend. He's an icon. But what he's doing is nasty. And 2 things can be true at the same time. He is a legend. He is. He is an icon. He has paved the way.
Smokie out here licking it and sticking it at 89.
But he is also a
How old
pervert.
is he, y'all? 86?
No, because I want to make sure I got my facts together. He's 85.
He 85, y'all.
He's 85 years
and
old.
got some sex cases against him. That's a damn shame. And the wife in the house with him, and she walking around mad at the women.
Cussing them out.
Instead of getting with her husband.
Calling them racial slurs. That's not their fault.
No, it's not. Oh my goodness, y'all. You cannot make this shit up. Who would have ever thought Smokie? But that's what they did back in the day, and it was quiet, y'all. Nobody said nothing about it. But now that we have social media and things have progressed in society with innovation, people are now talking about all this SA. And so he's still in the mindset, I'm the Smokie Robinson. Ain't nobody gonna tell. I got money. I got fame. I'm a legend. No woman say the hell.
All right. So Smokie Robinson put out an album called Gasm in 2023. I'm going to read you all the tracks to the different titles, the track list of the album called Gasm. All right, hey everybody that's joining, please hit the like button, double tap the screen to like, or if you're watching the replay, hey, what's up? Down below, hit the like button. All right, the first song is called Gasm. The second song is called How You Make Me Feel. The third song is called I Want to Know Your Body. The fourth song is called I Keep Calling You. The fifth song is called Roll Around. The sixth song is called Beside You. The seventh song is If We Don't Have Each Other. The eighth song is called You Fill Me Up. And wait for this one, the ninth song, I Fit In There.
Ooh.
He did it.
Just Smokie.
Smokie got a song called I Fit In There.
I Fit In There. Smokie Robinson got a song called I Fit In There.
Now, I'm not saying that you can't be sexually active in your 80s. You're grown. I think as long as you have the vitality, the energy.
And we're not saying that, but we saying that he's taking it. These women
and
are
that's disgusting.
And that's disgusting. And then he's holding it over their livelihood and their freedom.
Because they're allegedly illegal aliens. And so he's weaponizing them being able to stay in the States in exchange for being able to SA them. And that's it. Everything they said he did it.
He did it.
Yeah.
And I think somebody said he allegedly paid one of the women off already.
He did.
They say he paid one of the women
off. Him and his wife settled for, and that's why the other two women filed a lawsuit, because they found out about there was another woman before them that sued him and he settled. And he been with his wife. The wife that he's with now, allegedly, he was cheating on her with his first wife. So him and her were best friends, which is why I'm kind of leery of that male-female. That's my best friend. But that's the topic for another day.
I got a best friend. Me and Lauren, best friends. We friends.
If he could, he would. So that proves my point. I'm not fooling with her. Anyway, like I was saying. So allegedly, Smokie Robinson, his current wife, they were allegedly having an affair when he was married to his first wife. And they were posing as best friends. And so once Smokie and his first wife decided to separate, he then married his current wife, who at the time was his best friend. But over time, they fell in love. And they've been together ever since. So, Smokie has a history of not moving with integrity and being consumed by lust and being impulsive. Hey, my Ty. Hey, everybody. So,
hey, y'all.
That's another reason why I feel like this is very plausible. And I feel like this is something that Smokie has been doing for decades.
Yep. He's definitely been doing it.
I mean, if we could talk to people from the 80s to 70s to 60s,
he's definitely been doing it.
Smokie been getting down like this for a minute, allegedly.
And people are just now coming out and talking about it.
Right.
But he's definitely been doing this for a while, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a while.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're gonna have to pray for Uncle Smokie. That he get it together.
Yeah, keep him at a distance. He like that uncle that you don't want around the young girls. Because he's saying inappropriate stuff. He trying to feel on their chest, their buttocks.
Oh.
I don't trust him.
What y'all think this gonna do for his career? Do y'all think his career, he's still gonna be the legend? He gonna go down? Y'all think that people are just gonna remember he made great music, or this is gonna put a smear on his career?
It's gonna put a smear.
I hate that because
now we know he's that freaky, predatory old man. It's gonna stain.
And he's
and
like,
it's sad because he's phenomenal.
And he's like the only older one that's left living. Who else?
Barry Gordy.
But
Diana Ross.
I'm talking about the ones that actually performed. Diana Ross, Patty, and Gladys, Patty, and
Stevie
Wonder. I was Smokie. But see, he been doing it. I'm telling you, y'all, Smokie has been doing this for years. And now that things have progressed in society, people are talking about SA more. And he probably has been getting away with it, and people have been protecting him, and he's been paying out money. So this is probably the norm for him.
Right. And
then, to hire these housekeepers and SA him.
And then before he SA him, he lay down a towel. That ain't old school. He lay down a towel on the bed before he do what he do with him. That's what the victim said. They said he would lay down a towel, and then he do what he do to him, assault them. So that shows that's premeditated behavior. And they said that he will always do it in certain rooms, certain areas in the house
no cameras.
Where there's no camera. So that lets you know, that shows that's a pattern. That shows that's premeditated. That's something that he's used to doing. It just comes second nature to him because he's been doing it for so long. Call Me Darling said, I think the boomers will stand beside him, meaning they're going to stop listening to his music or concerts. Okay. And he be on stage, like somebody said in the chat, gyrating and moving the hips.
Yep. And then he's had so much work done on his face to keep that youthfulness. So yeah, y'all, I think they're going to stick beside him. But back then, didn't nobody talk about that? It was a lot of that going on. Yeah. And Smokie been getting away with it. And the women that are with these men, they just turn their heads.
Yeah. His wife know what he was doing. And that's why in the lawsuit, the victims were saying that the wife was calling them racial slurs. Basically, they were describing the wife as verbally abusing them. I'm like, why are you mad at them? It's your husband that's assaulting them. That's sick.
That's real sick.
And you're a woman. That's sick.
So we're going to put Smokie on the list. We're going to have to put Mr. Smokie on the list. Because he ain't showed
Otis Williams, okay.
Otis Williams, yeah. Yep. So we're gonna have to put I hate to do it because I love me some I love it when we're cruising together. Oh, that's my shit. But I'm gonna have to put Smokie on the list.
And it's just like,
because we don't condone that, Smokie.
All this sexual deviancy in this music industry, it's just a lot. It's exhausting.
And all this free tail out here, Smokie. All this free tail out here, Smokie.
It's just a lot.
Okay? All this free behind out here, you out here taking it? What is going on? What is going on? When they came out with that Viagra, these men lost it.
Just focus on the music. Leave that sexual deviancy and that demonic stuff alone.
It's just terrible, y'all. It's
Now,
terrible.
speaking of sexual deviancy and demonic, let's talk about Diddy. Everybody else talking about him.
Let's talk about Diddy.
Oh, Lord. Shout out to Pammy Pam. We love Pam, the law intellect, Pam Esquire. We've been watching her channel as she reads the tweets and the transcripts from the Diddy case. Another great YouTube attorney, Girl Is That Legal, aka Attorney Simone Redwine. She's really good. So I've been going back and forth between her and Pam to get all of my Diddy updates and to, they just do a phenomenal job with breaking down the law, and I just really appreciate them as subject matter experts. Yeah.
I do. So we know that people are coming to trial. We know that Pop and Manny Fresh down there in New York.
I'm gonna stick to Pam.
We gonna stick to Pam.
I'm gonna stick to Pam personally.
We gonna stick to Pam. Pop and Manny Fresh outside the courthouse. No, they doing the best they can with what they got, but what they got ain't much. And then Manny try to have people read, so she gets volunteers in the evening time. Anybody want to volunteer to read?
Like popcorn reading.
Like popcorn reading.
Okay.
Because she can't read it all, so she come back, but that didn't work for her. She thought this was gonna be a big win for her covering the Diddy case. She down there telling people, well, I covered R. Kelly in the YSL case. Y'all see, they recognized me down here. So this is just a moment for her to gather some attention. But I don't think it's working in her favor because them numbers still low. They still low over there. But nevertheless, let's talk about Diddy. I think Diddy is trifling. I think he's a piece of shit. And I'm tired of people saying that she could have left. She could have just left. Well, what damn happened when she tried to leave, y'all?
He dragged the ass like
we all saw the video. Stop saying that girl could have left. How many times do we know she tried to leave and he did that to her? How many times do we know?
Call Me Darling said, let me give Pop a little credit. He's really doing the work. He's standing on light poles with big
climbing light poles. Climbing light poles. His old ass almost fell off the light pole. I said, look at his old ass trying to get down off that light pole with his disco shirt on.
Y'all stop.
Out there with his best attire on.
Y'all stop. I can't.
Pop trying to do his big one in New York.
Shout out to Pop.
Shout out to Pop.
Shout out to
now. Let's go back to Diddy and Cassie.
Pop.
First of all, I want to say this, and then I want to give shout out to Woman of Wealth. She made a great comment on my lunchtime chit chat last week. But let me say this: I want us to stop protecting abusers and saying that they couldn't have did it if the person that was getting abused would have just left, or if they would have did this. Well, if they wouldn't have put their hand on them, they wouldn't have to do none of that. Okay? They wouldn't have to do none of that. She tried to leave him. We all saw the video. Diddy is a piece of shit. Now that girl has some issues in her DNA and pathology. Something is definitely wrong with Cassie.
She is a little slow.
He preyed on her.
She is a little slow.
She wanted fame. She was, bugged out by him being who he was.
Got turned out.
She got turned out. Yes, she tried to leave. She said she was trying to leave a freak off. And we all saw what happened. So stop saying that she could have left. You can't believe she wanted to do it. How many times do we know she tried to leave and that happened to her?
He dragged that girl like a rag doll, baby.
That's enough for me. He's a piece of shit. And I hope he stays in there. And never get out. He did everything she said he did. Okay, she probably did some stuff too, but y'all, Diddy is very intimidating. We have seen Diddy. Diddy is about 6'2", about 200, almost 300 pounds. He's a big, knock-kneed, sloop-footed man. He's intimidating. He walked right in front of us.
His face was beat.
His face was beat, but he's a big guy.
We posted the video when we saw him in Miami back in 2021. He was attending his friend's wedding with his mama. She had on like the highlighter yellow wig on. The video is on our shorts if you want to see it.
Diddy is doing what Cassie was affected by her DNA and pathology, and Diddy was affected by his pathology and DNA. Diddy is doing what he saw happen to his mother.
Yeah, the mama was a hoe and the dad was a pimp. Allegedly.
He's doing what he saw. And also, there are rumors going around and saying that Diddy was bullied as a child.
And
abused as a child. So he's only demonstrating what he has experienced. And Cassie just happened to be his victim, which has some issues. Where were her parents at? Where was her mom at? What's going on there? It's a lot of questions to be answered. But at the end of the day, we all saw that video of him dragging Cassie. And that's enough for me. When she said she wanted to leave, he should have left her alone. If she was a willing participant, then let her go. Why didn't he let her go? And how many times had he done that? And on top of that, he said, he said, I'm gonna put the videos out there of you in the freak offs. So he held that over her head. She thought that would affect her career. We were not there. We don't know what happened, but what we do know and what we did see is him dragging her.
And he beat on his first baby mama, Misa, allegedly. And he beat Kim Porter, allegedly. And she cut his ass. And he had a scar on his wrist.
Right. Yes.
There were people that witnessed that fight.
And
with Kim.
And Kim said, hell no. You will not today, Negro. Kim would fight him back, allegedly. Mm-hmm. He would fight him back. But Cassie was so fanned out and so thirsty for a career. Now, was she guilty of that? Yeah. But did that allow him to put his hand on her and treat her like that? No. So now you got this pregnant woman on the stand, and shout out to Woman of Wealth. She said that this woman is giving testimony, and me personally, I don't know how she sit there that long, 9 months, and don't have to get up and go to the bathroom. For all us that have birth children, you know, when you pregnant, you can't even sit a good 30 minutes without having to go to the bathroom, and she sits there for hours giving her testimony and being cross-examined and don't have to go to the bathroom. But not only that, that baby that's in her womb is hearing all of that. Mm-hmm. And we know, and I know as a mother, I was pregnant with Samantha, I would talk to her and she would respond. I would do what I would call a pat, talk. I would talk to her and I would pat my stomach and she would kick back. I would talk to her and pat my stomach and she would kick back. So babies in the womb can hear. And I hadn't thought about that until Woman of Wealth brought it up. Due to her background, she said, yeah, Felicia, baby. So that baby is hearing all of this testimony. Trauma that the mom is giving. So now we're going to have another possibility, another child that could, and the children that she already has. God forbid if they hear any of this. And her husband. So now this whole thing could be a domino effect. So we got a lot of things that are going on, y'all. At the end of the day, Diddy should not have put his hand on that girl. And he thought that his money would get him out of that situation.
Because it has so many other times.
Right. So Brian still cross-examines the security and makes him look like he's not a credible witness. Well, you was just fanned out over him. Well, why didn't you do that? Well, why didn't you do that? I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, we all saw Diddy dragging Cassie. She wanted to get away. She wanted to get away. And the only reason why he left her alone is because he had somebody else, and Cassie was starting to be a headache, and he didn't want to deal with it no more. She was starting to have too many issues. She was doing too much. She was agitating him. So he started cheating on her with the other girl,
Gina.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
He been had Gina.
Yeah, and she found out about it, and she was making too. She was agitating him too much. She was doing too much.
And if y'all don't already know, Gina did an interview with Tasha K back in 2020. So if y'all want to know who the other girl is, the Gina is supposed to testify, but word on the street is the prosecutors, they can't find her. She's missing. But Gina is also supposed to testify against Diddy. She's supposed to be one of the witnesses. So she did an interview with Tasha K a few years back, and she talked about how Diddy forced her to unalive her baby when she was pregnant. She talked about how Diddy would drag her by her hair across the floor. He would kick her, punch her, and he would do it in front of his crew. And like Cassie, the only person who sometimes would help her was a guy named D-Rock. And y'all remember Cassie?
They say Diddy would just bug out for no reason at all.
So y'all check out Tasha K if y'all haven't seen Gina's interview. She's Asian, kind of got that same Asian persuasion like Cassie. That's the girl that when Cassie saw her picture and Diddy phone, she got mad and broke up with Diddy because of her, Gina. And Gina is also the same girl that Young Miami was going back and forth with on Instagram and Twitter a few years back. So y'all check out that interview.
And even his team say Diddy, we know Diddy ain't shit. His team pretty much, his team of attorneys said, we know Diddy ain't shit. We know he guilty of DV. We know that. We know he ain't shit. But he not on trial for that. Okay, cool. But on the flip side, y'all saying that she was a willing participant. Okay. And the way we're saying that she wasn't is related to the DV. Mm-hmm. The DV we wouldn't have never seen it if she was a willing participant. She wanted to leave. She said, I wanted to leave the freak off.
Okay. Can y'all hear us now? Just as the mic is going in and out. I think they're still good. Okay.
I may have hit it. Can you hear me? But she said that she wanted to leave.
I think we're good.
You know what I'm saying? So how is that a willing participant? How is that willing? We all saw her trying to leave. So sometimes she was willing and sometimes she wasn't. Mm-hmm. So that's their argument now. This is what sometimes she set it up, sometimes she did. But she said that she went through everything with him. Everything was the men, the drugs.
She did it to appease him.
All for him. But at the end of the day, that video is enough for me. It's enough. And they say he's sitting back in court with his legs crossed like, I got this. He has $1 million team. What, $10 million team? Ryan Steele has came from Atlanta. So you know they paying for everything. His lodging, all his fees, his hotel. You know, and you know, all money ain't good money, y'all.
No, it's not.
You know, and those Caucasian attorneys, it's a black woman. He got black men on the team too,
and a black woman,
and a black woman. Our money ain't good money. I would have said no, thank you.
Me too.
I would have said no, thank you. I have a daughter. I have sisters. I have cousins. I have an aunt, and I wouldn't want nobody to do that to my cousin sister.
And Diddy is demonic to me.
Diddy is demonic. Diddy is evil. And that's the reputation he has. Everybody knows that. Now,
he deals with a lot of lower level dark energy.
If he gets out, are we still supporting him? Hell no. Hell no. I'm not. But some days it looks like it goes in the direction of the prosecution, and some days it looks like it goes in the direction of the defense. So, it's teetering. Some days a win is a win for them, a win is a win for them.
Hit the like button, y'all.
But at the end of the day, Diddy is a piece of shit. And he preyed on Cassie.
He knew doggone well she wasn't finna be no star. A 10-album deal and she only put out 1 album. That was just so he could get next to her. He was obsessed with her. I don't think he really loved her or cared about her. I just think he was obsessed with her. She was like an object, like a toy.
A man.
Hit the like button, y'all. Please double tap the screen and like, or down below hit the like button.
He used her. He used her for his evilness, for his, for his needs, for all that old nasty, crazy stuff, his fetishes that he had, all that old stuff he had going on. He used her, and he knew predators know when somebody is weak-minded. Mm-hmm. He knew that girl was weak. And not only that, he knew her family was...
You're good.
He knew her family was not going to come save her, or she wasn't going to listen to her family. My child in a situation like that, I'm bucking up at Diddy. Leave my motherfucking daughter alone. I'm going to fuck your ass up. You call my motherfucking daughter again. I'm going to blow your motherfucking brains out. Keep fucking with her. I'm riding out for mine. The minute she come home and I'm going. Where my shit at? This motherfucker got me fucked up. I'm calling my uncle, I'm calling everybody. We ride now. I'm going to get
ride down.
I'm out. This man, don't you put your motherfucking hands up on my goddamn child. So he knew that she didn't come from a family like that. That was gonna make some noise. Cause I'm gonna make some noise about mine.
Right.
I'm gonna make some noise about mine. I'm making noise.
And if it were his daughters, he would do the same.
Yeah.
He would do the same.
He would do the same. So he knew that she didn't come from family like that. So it was easy. It was easy. But I'm going to ride and die for mine. I'm going to let you know straight up. Mm-hmm. Don't you ever. Yeah. And so he just kept on doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And she probably hid a lot from her family. She probably didn't tell them everything.
She went around her parents at some point, and they knew something was off about. A mother knows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna know about my child something.
Do y'all think that maybe her parents were bribed not to pry too much in exchange for financial support?
Could be.
Maybe that's why they didn't press the issue. Or I think one of the testimony, her mom was going to call the police, but she told her not to.
I would have called. I don't give a damn what you said. I would have called and rolled out.
I don't know.
I would have called and rolled out. Leave my child alone.
Yeah, they definitely need to look into Kim Porter's death for sure. Somebody needs to do a deeper dive into Kim Porter's death.
Yeah, and Kim was like, you ain't finna do me like that.
She wasn't trying to do all that freaking.
They say Kim used to fight him, fight back. He wasn't finna do her like that.
But he also did Kim the same way. When him and Kim would be on breaks and she would date other people, he would threaten them the same way he would allegedly threaten people that Cassie was dating.
She gonna testify next week. Okay. The mom, good. I would love to hear her family background, Cassie's background.
Me too.
I want to hear from her dad and her mom and the people that love her. Where were the people that loved her? That's what I want to hear from, the people that love Cassie, because that is real important. When your children are out here dating, I remember when I was young and I was going on a date. And the guy pulled up to pick me up. And my daddy was outside watering the grass. And he looked at me. He said, Suge, you good? You all right going with him? You good? I said, yeah, daddy, I'm good. I don't know what my daddy felt, but he turned out to be not a good person. So parents know, you have that feeling,
Mhm.
And I just want to see what her mom and her dad thought about all of this. And what was she telling them?
Did they feel like something was off? And she said, "Oh, mom, dad, don't worry. He's gonna
Yeah.
help me. He's a good guy. It's the industry." I'm very curious. What was their initial perception of Diddy? Their initial thoughts. I will be curious
I
to
don't know,
know.
y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, but I want us to stop saying that she was a willing participant because I don't think at some point she was.
Well, in the text messages, she said she wanted FO. She loved it.
But then why did he let her go when she wanted to go? That time.
She was a victim for that. But I'm talking about for the FO, it seemed like initially she wasn't with it, but over time when she got turned out, because he
She
definitely
was
turned
with
her
it.
out, she was with it. And then she was, even when she was trying, it was like she was addicted to him. Addicted to Diddy, addicted to the opiates. And even when she did try to leave him, she was dating a husband. She went back to Diddy and cheated on the husband with Diddy.
And somebody said he threatened to unalive her parents for a while.
Okay.
So she was just confused. That's what I'm saying. The young lady had issues, and Diddy knew she had issues.
And he took advantage of her.
And he took advantage
She
of
was
her.
young, 19, impressionable. She wasn't married when she was 19. And then another reason why I really want to see what's going on with Cassie's parents, because at the time when she met Diddy, she was dating music producer Ryan Leslie, who was 29 at the time when she was 19. And he was the one to help her get her deal with Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like with Cassie, she's been in a lot of situations where men have preyed on her. Why is a 29-year-old falling in love with a 19-year-old?
And where was her parents at when all this was
It
going
just
on?
seemed like it was always some man around, trying to take advantage of her youthfulness, her beauty, and wanted to experience her. It just makes you wonder, was there ever any man in her life that really prioritized her safety and not trying to exploit her?
And the whole thing, I don't care what anybody says, she was a victim.
Yes, she
Hell, if we
was.
can say Shirley was a victim, surely we can say Cassie was a victim.
I'm not saying she wasn't. I just think this whole thing is so complex.
It's very complex, and there's a not
it's a lot of, it's not black and white.
It's not black and white,
but that video is.
And that's enough for me.
Yeah,
that's enough for me. And his team knows that. That's why they came out and said opening statements. We know he a piece of shit. We know he abusive. We know he ain't no good. We know that. But on the other hand, we gotta put some ownership on Cassie for this whole thing too. So, like you said, there is a thin line, but at the end of the day, he put his hand on that girl, and it was terrible. It was awful. It was terrible.
mm-hmm.
Even after she got up to walk back to get away, he pulled her again.
It was like he was possessed or something.
So, like it was a control thing. Like, you gonna do what I say do.
Yeah.
You gonna do what I say do. You gonna stay here. I said you ain't gonna leave, and you ain't gonna leave. You been want to do this, and all of a sudden you want to leave. I'm in the middle of this. You ain't going nowhere until I tell you to go somewhere. Just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy. Diddy is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He really is. And I hope he never gets out. Just like R. Kelly. I hope he never gets out.
Yeah.
And I think that he thinks that his money can buy him his freedom.
Yes, he does.
And he's entitled. That's why he's sitting back in court with his legs crossed. Like, my team got this. I'm paying them enough money and they're going to get me out of this.
And then looking at his family, and mouthing. He think he above the law.
He thinks he's above the law. And yeah, what was up with Young Miami? She was with him. Did he put his hand on her? Did she do freak offs?
Knowing her, she probably did.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think
I'm glad Cassie got her 20 million. Cassie also sued. No, she also got a settlement from the hotel where the attack happened. She got 10 million from the hotel. So she got 30 million
for them not protecting her.
And then because that incident happened on their property, it
was a liability.
Yeah.
And then that's another question. Why did he pay her 20? What was that for?
Because she had wrote a book about all she went through. And I guess she was like, I can sell you the book and not put it out, but I just want you to know what I went through with you. And then he was like, no, bitch. And then she was like, no, let me show you the receipts that I have of what you did. And then his people was like, okay. So she got 20 million from him, 10 million from the hotel, and she could still put out a book, which I would. She ain't paid for her pain.
Allegedly, that's what Kim was gonna do, put the book out.
I think she should release the book. If I was Cassie, once this trial is over, I would publish the book. What I would do is I would add a few more chapters about my experience on trial if she can, and then release the book.
Yeah, all those golden showers he was doing.
Yeah, my Young Miami said she liked that. She liked the golden showers.
All that old foolishness. Just crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's in there, and the trial is probably going to go all the way through summer. What they say, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing Dawn Richards from Danity Kane. She's going to be testifying. She's going to finish up testifying this upcoming week, so I'm happy about that. Let me see. She said,
"Okay, the mic's going out.
The mic.
Okay,
keep going in and out. Let's see.
Yeah, can you hear it now?
Can you hear us now? All right, but I'm looking forward to hearing Dawn Richards' testimony. She was in Danity Kane. He treated those girls like crap. Mm-hmm. And I thought Aubrey O'Day was going to testify. She was also in Danity Kane, and she's been speaking out against Diddy for years, but I don't think she's going to testify. They said Aubrey O'Day is not testifying.
Is she scared?
No, she's been talking about Diddy, but she's just not testifying. I don't know why.
They all need to speak out. They all need to stand on one accord.
I don't know if she got paid off or she got scared. I don't know, but she's been talking about Diddy for years, and she's been standing up to them. So I don't know.
I don't know, y'all, but all I know is he a piece of shit.
I was looking forward to her.
He a piece of shit. Diddy is awful, and to have girls, and then your children are in there. Your children are in there, and those girls gave such a pretty. Such a nice wrote a nice letter to their mother for Mother's Day, and I was thinking to myself, yo, daddy.
Yeah, all three of his daughters are beautiful.
Yeah, you have daughters, and they was like, oh, the children are in there. The children are in there. Yeah, the children are in there. But he should have thought about his children when he was doing all this foolishness.
Yeah.
He should have thought about his children then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm happy that Cassie is getting paid for her pain. I'm very, very happy.
I hope she's in therapy. They said she's in therapy. I hope her marriage can survive through all of this.
Yeah.
They say the husband might go on the stand. He might be a witness. That's why they didn't want him to be in there, because he might testify. So
right.
So we'll see, y'all. we'll see how all of this goes with Diddy and Cassie. I hope that Diddy never gets out. I hope he
Yeah.
stays in there right along with Nesto. I hope Nesto never gets out. People like that don't need to be on the
Yeah,
street.
Diddy is a menace to society and he hates women.
Yeah, he don't
And
need.
he's jealous and envious of women.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I hope he stays in there and never gets out.
And he is a liability and he is a danger to
Just like R.
society.
Kelly, we know R. Kelly is never getting out.
He's a danger as well.
Yeah.
He is.
So Diddy is just paying for his sins.
Yeah. The chickens have finally come home to
He's paying for
roost.
his sins. You can't just keep running amok and think that you just gonna continuously get away with it.
And then you had a nerve to have Don Tour tatted on your back. Oh, a Loa and Haitian voodoo that is known for protecting women and children.
And somebody said he changed his name because he was trying to change his image, try to change, his brand, because he had such a terrible reputation of just bugging out on people. They said he would just literally go off on people.
Unstable.
Unstable.
A lot of dark spirits walking with him.
So y'all, yeah, we gonna keep watching, y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep watching and see what happens. But we just wanted to come on. We appreciate you all. Don't forget about our meet and greet that we're having at the end of June. We are excited. If you're in the Atlanta area, I think it's members only. Did it go for members only? The meet and greet.
Yeah, we did, but we also anybody who's interested, just
Anybody.
email us.
Okay, just email us and let us know. We have to have a head count on how many people who are coming. So just let us know if you're interested in coming to the meet and greet. Let's see. He got the name Puffy because he was always puffing up. Yeah. Just terrible, y'all. God Davis. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So you gonna wrap us, take us out tonight.
Good night. What am I supposed to say?
Good night.
Good night. What you be saying at the end?
You got it. My voice going in and out. You got it. All right, y'all. Thanks so much. Have a great night. We hope you guys enjoyed this live. Please double tap screen, hit the like button. All right. Bye, y'all. Good night.
Bye.